Hey guys! I've never done a story time before, and to be honest, I never thought that I had any stories to share. Like, I see these story times all the time, and I'm thinking, man, I wish I had some stories. And it turns out I have tons and tons. It's just that I have such a bad memory that one, I don't even remember that I have the stories until like a friend reminds me of something that happened. Or I remember the story, but I don't remember the details of the story. Come here, Chloe, come here. Come here, baby. She's sulking all day long because she wants to go outside. But I don't tell her something and go out there. Like, hello, your coat are done for the week. Anyways, this is about the time that I was mistaken. Yes, me. Like, look at me. Am I not gorgeous? I mean, well, granted, I didn't look like this back then. I'm trying to remember what my hair. Guys, back then I was ultra feminine. Like, ultra. I just wrapped up the Miss Jamaica Universe pageant with long straight hair, makeup on fleek, as far as 2010 goes. 2011 actually. Boy, the story time not getting off the ground, but a friend and I we were working in Haiti around the same time. Haiti was a nightmare for me. Haiti was such a place. I was just so fed up of Haiti. I was so distraught for being there. I was so depressed. It was just after the hurricane, well, probably a year after the hurricane. People were still living in tents. I don't know if that's still the case right now, but when I was there, this was the situation. I was there with my company, so I had to be chauffeured all around, like everywhere I got to the supermarket, everywhere I got to work. So it got to me. So me and my friend decided, screw this, we're getting out of here. We're going to the Dom Rep, right? So we hopped on a bus, like a tour bus, an 8-hour ride, and off to Dominican Republic we went. When we get to Dominican border, it's like they're telling us that we must come off the bus because we have to go through immigration. So we see this one lone building, right? You had tents all about it. You had people all around. It's just like, ugh. But we still wanted to building. We say, okay, we come out of the bus and we're like, we're going towards the one little building, and they're like, where you wanna go? But of course, they're saying it in French Creole, right? They brought us to this little tent. Guys, I had the best picture to show you guys. I'm gonna ask my friend if he has that picture to show you guys what immigration was like. It was a little pop down tent that they were under, guys. It was like they're under this little tent. This is immigration to get into DR. So this is DR's immigration under this little pop down tent, and that's where we had to hand over our passports. Guys, when I tell you that image stuck with me, I look at it and I see everybody going over there to hand in their passports, and I look at my friend and I looked terrified, and he snapped a picture of me. In fact, let me just text him right now and ask him if he have that picture. Hey Josh, do you think you could find a picture that you took of me when we were going to Dom Rep by bus from Haiti and we were at the immigration by the tents? Yes, motherfucker. I called you Josh because I'm shooting a video for my channel and I don't want to use real names. I'm doing a story time. So Josh is my friend. Josh is my OG. Josh is like a very, very good friend of mine. Cool. So he snaps a picture of me at customs and I send it to all my friends because I just cannot believe that this is immigration. Oh my god. So anyway, we go through immigration, through the ordeal, get back on the bus. That bus smelled awful, by the way. That reminds me that I'm never ever ever going on a tour bus to anywhere ever again. That was like the worst 8 hours of my life. Chloe, come here. Come say hello to everybody. You love me? So we checked into our hotel. The first night my friends ditched me. So there I was, I got ready to get X-Place, and when I come down they're gone. Message them, tell me, oh, they had to leave because I took too long to get ready. By this time, Josh had met up with this other friend who was in the DR that he knew. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I got ready to go out and we're here for the weekend and this motherfucker leaves me. And then to come tell me some lame excuse about, oh, I was taking too long. When I fully well know that at this point, even though he and I went on this trip, I'm now the third fucking wheel, okay? So I get that. Loud and clear, I get that. So I went across at this is a bistro, and I basically just ordered dinner and had dinner by myself and had my little BlackBerry texting away everybody and telling them how my awful friend deserted me, and here I was in the middle of the hour by myself and threw myself a little pity party, right? Well, actually, I didn't really think much of it. It's only when I was texting people are like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm just sitting here and whatever. They're like, are you crazy? You're in a foreign country and you're just sitting out there by yourself? And I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal. So Andrew just came home, so he said, this one, she'll fight me for going now. Fight me. Fight me. You're not going anywhere. I'm your mother. I'm your mother. Hey, I'm your mother. I'm your mother. I'm your mother. I said I'm your mother. You love me more. So I just basically chilled that night, and eventually they came back and we never did anything that night. Turns out that those some motherfuckers went to some adult museum that they thought that I wouldn't have gone to. Now they've gone to the adult museum, you know, and I feel like I missed out on it. So I feel like I need to go back to Santo Domingo so I can go to the adult museum. So anyways, the next night come and I make sure to get dressed like real early. And guys, if you know me, you know that I don't get dressed early for nothing. But I was determined that these motherfuckers were not gonna leave me again. They just weren't gonna leave me. They weren't gonna find an excuse to leave me. Nothing. I come downstairs and I'm ready. I'm in the lobby and stuff because me and my friend had separate rooms. They were like quite surprised to see me. They thought for sure because like I'm notorious for being late, like 2 hours late or nothing. So I'm early. I'm there. I'm waiting, and they're like, okay, it's like crap. We have to bring this bitch along with us, right? But I'm oblivious to all of that. It's just now when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that must have been what they were thinking. Anyways, so, but no, he knows that he couldn't possibly leave me out 2 nights in a row. Or the friendship would have been over, okay? So we went out and we grabbed a bite to eat. So now it's like probably about 12 a.m. We come up to this place and it's like a whole group of buildings and stuff, and there were cars parked outside. So obviously at this time of the night I'm thinking, okay, we're going to a club. So I walk into the club, and you know when there's something just a little bit unsettling, and I'm like, okay, and everybody's staring at me. Like when I say staring at me, like everybody's just looking at me. Now I'm used to people staring at me. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. It doesn't bother me at all. Walk into a club, people stare. But it was just like these strange looks. It wasn't anything that I'd say is like, why are you looking at me like that? Or, you know what I mean? It was more like curiosity. It was kind of subtle. And the crowd, like something was just really off about the crowd. But I just couldn't put my finger on it. It wasn't that much to like raise an alarm. I'm in my own little bubble. I'm thinking, yeah, I get to go out with my friends tonight and partying. This time I must have been like about 26 guys. Yeah, 25, 26. I realized that like some of the boys in the club, like 1 or 2, you know, kind of edge closer and kind of just looking at me and smiling a lot. And I'm just like, these Spanish people are really, really strange. So one of them comes over and he was staring at me for a little while. He comes over and he's like, hola, mucho bonita. And I'm like, gracias. And he's talking some more in Spanish. And I'm like, yo hablo un poquito el español. To tell him that I just speak little Spanish, so quit with the Spanish speaking, right? And stop staring at me funny and smiling and being weird. By this time, my friend had walked off to go get us drinks. I guess this is when the guy took the opportunity to come over and talk to me because my friend was there for the whole time. So my friend comes over and he's standing there. I'm looking at him like, save me from the Spanish predator who is just so weird. Tell me what you're doing. So he gets my look and he comes over to the guy and he says, because it's loud in the club, right? So he leans over to him and he says something. I just see the guy's face go red, like beet red, flushed. And I'm just like, but I never really thought about it because I'm just like, okay, get rid of him. Okay, whatever. But now it's like he comes back over to me and he's like, lo siento, lo siento, lo siento. And I'm confused as fuck. So I know that he's saying I'm sorry. And I'm wondering, why is he saying that he's sorry? And I'm like, okay. So my friend leans over to me and says to me, he thought you were a Chan. He thought you were a boy. So I said, what? So Andrew, can you like, I don't want to hear my story time, okay? Can you go away? Andrew's just distracting me right now from my story, guys. So now, him and his friend talking to each other and laughing. This guy coming over and he's just like, lo siento, lo siento, lo siento. And I'm just like, okay, it's fine. My friend who was there cackling with his other friend looks over at me and the two of them staring at me now, you know, and they're like, Natasha, do you know where you are? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm at the club in the DR, we're having fun, but some guy just thought I was a boy. And he's like,
oh yeah, he did
Yes, Andrew, I did tell you. Back away from my story now. Jeez. Oh. Andrew, come out of my story. Come out of my story. Come out of my story. I'm not editing shit. Come out of my story. He's like, you're annoying me. Andrew, Andrew. So they're like, Natasha, you're in a gay club. And I'm like, oh, it makes a whole lot of sense now. I'm playing it back and I'm thinking that all a freaking long, when I walked in and I'm wondering, why everybody looking at me so strange? Like the whole fucking club thought I was a boy. And then when I looking around, I realized that I'm perhaps like the only girl in the club. Like, it made sense now. And then the girls who were there, like the 1 and 2 girls who were there, they were clearly not girls. When I really took a look at them, like, they're clearly not girls. So all of these people fascinated by me because here I am, and I was in tip-top shape, guys. Because remember, I just came out to the pageant, so I was working out. I thought I look ultra feminine, like very girly, very chic, very pretty. And so they were just probably staring at me thinking, damn, she's got a good plastic surgeon. And therein lied the fascination that they had with me. And I was just like, you've got to get in. So anyways, I'm standing there. The man's still there. Every time I look over, he's like, lo siento, lo siento, lo siento. His friends are not just looking at me. But then now it's like, okay, it makes sense. She's a girl and he's just very apologetic, right? I think even when I was leaving, he's just like, lo siento, lo siento, lo siento. And I'm just like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. Woo! I'm tired of just standing there hearing this man telling me lo siento because him just don't get it that I'm good. So I know, get up and go to the bar. And the bartender starts chatting me up. So I'm just like, here we go again, right? So, Andrew, would you stop doing that and hearing that? And you've never heard this part of the story. I never told Andrew this part of the story. Oh boy. So the bartender there chatting me up, and I'm just like, look, motherfucker, I'm a girl, okay? I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. And he's like, ooh, that's fine. I like girls, I like girls. So I'm like, somebody's here speaking English, and they think I'm a girl because I'm a girl. Okay, cool, let's roll it. So I'm there, and him talking to me and whatever. It must be the Jamaican in me. So I said, so how you must work like girl and you work in a gay club? Like, I think he said something about the pay being good or the pay being better or whatever the case was. But I wasn't buying it, right? In my mind, he's gay. Like, I'm convinced of it. So I'm like, oh, do you like my friend? Do you like my friend? Because he was there flirting and trying to flirt, you know. So I'm like, do you like my friend? Do you like my friend? He's like, no, I told you. I like girls. I like girls. So my friend come there and him talking to him, right? And he's very comfortable with my friend. So I figure in my mind is like, because I'm convinced he's gay because I'm Jamaican. If you're a boy and you work in a gay club, then you're automatically gay. That's what Jamaicans think. I think at some point he may have asked, like, you know, where we're from, or we're like, oh, we're from Jamaica. Like him ask if he can look for me after I'm shift. So I'm like, no. So my friend is like, yeah, you should totally come look for her. Before I know it, Josh now goes and tell this boy where our hotel is, right? So I'm like, Josh, are you out of your mind? But I'm like, you know what, forget it, roll with it. I already think this boy is gay. My friend clearly likes him. And I'm like, okay, I'm an enabler. So there we are now, we leave the club and we're gone about our business, gone to some other place. Past the door, we hear, lo siento, lo siento. I'm like, this fucking motherfucker. Like, get over the fact. You thought I was a boy. You made some moves. I'm a girl. It's okay. I'm not offended. You don't need to be so sorry. You don't need to be sorry anymore, okay? We're good. So anyways, we leave the club, tried out some other places. Nothing was really taking off. We're out for probably like another hour trying to find other things to do. Till we end up just going back to the restaurant across the street, the little bistro that I was at the night before, and just hanging out with my friend and his friend. So we're there and whatnot, and we're like, okay, this scene is dead. Time to go home. Tell me why when I walk into the motherfucking lobby, it's this motherfucking bartender sitting in the lobby. So I'm just like, I'm looking at my friend and I'm like, Josh, what the fuck is he doing here? Like, what the fuck? Obviously, I'm not just gonna go walk up in my room now and make this boy follow me. So I go down over there, met him, and we're like, what are you doing here? So he's like, I told you that I'd come. I told you that I'd come. I told you that I'd come see you after my shift. Like he would say. I tried to do the Spanish accent because his English wasn't that great. So I'm amused, right? Because I'm thinking, why would you come? Like, I don't even. Okay, guys, so my camera in another space. So here and gentlemen, a while ago, is Josh an alias? Because is XXX you got to the DR with. So is Josh an alias? Is Josh an alias? She said no. The person who I told you before that I went to the DR with is an alias. So I'm a little amused. I find it funny that he's there, but I'm like, why is he there? Because I'm like, for the whole time it was more like a joke to me, and like I never gave him my hotel, my friend did. So why did you think that something was going on? So him come and him talking and like him saying, so I'm saying, why are you here? So he's like, I told you I'd come, I told you I'll come after my shift. So I'm like, okay, well, do you like my friend? This boy, he's like, no, I told you, I don't like boy. Me not like boy. I like girl. I like you. So I'm like, okay, well, I have a boyfriend, so that's not gonna work out. So he's like, so why did you make me come? You made me come. So I said, my friend gave you the address and then you came. So anyways, him there and him getting like angry by the minute. I'm just like there pretending like I don't understand his English and I can barely make out what he's saying, giving him some broken Spanish. So like I'm saying, yo tengo el novio. Like I have a boyfriend. I didn't know you were coming. Why did you come? Yo voy a la hotel. He's getting pissed off and I'm like, come on Josh, come save me. You brought me into this mess. Like, come save me. But this boy is really, really pissed off because obviously he thought it was going down. He thought it was going down with the one girl that he met at the club tonight. And I'm just there telling him that he must go be with my friend. Which now that I think about it, if he really was straight, and I guess he really was straight, then I could see how that would piss somebody off. But I'm just like, motherfucker, I just met you 2 hours ago, if even that. Like, and you thought it was gonna go down? Like, no. So eventually he got the picture. He was very, very, very upset, very angry, screaming in the lobby. And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. I just met you. If you want, my friend is here. I'm cool with that. We're good. He's like, I don't like boys. I don't like boys. Me don't like boys. You made me come all the way over here. No. Shut up. Hey, come here. Chloe either barks at the fish in the pond or she barks at the cats that walk on top of the wall. I could have gone home. I could have this. I could have that. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm getting really, really annoyed. I'm just like, leave. Like, fucking leave. This is like probably 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, leave, motherfucker. So anyways, eventually he got the point and he left. And all I could think was, oh my god. First I thought I was a tranny. Now they think I'm a hoe. I'm none of those things. And poor me. Poor my life. And my friend is just cracking up over this. He's just having a grand time. And then he's there talking about, take him up to your room. Take him up to your room. So I'm there telling the boy, date my friend, date my friend. And my friend is like, take him up to your room, take him up to your room, right? And the poor boy is just sitting down there probably thinking that she does these things all the time. She just takes boys up to her room all the time. But she don't want to take me up to her room. She wants to take me up to her room. I'm like, no motherfucker. It's not happening today. It's not happening tomorrow. Get the fuck out of here. You should have kept your fucking ass in the motherfucking club where you belonged. So, that was my story of how I got mistaken for a boy, a transsexual, and oddly enough, a hoe, all in one night. Well, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed the story time. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below to let me know what you thought of the story. And let me know if you'd have been so angry if you were that guy. Like, why was he so mad? Like, there are plenty of fishes in the sea. Say goodbye to everybody, Chloe. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Welcome to the story time. The story time. The story time. Let me just come up and give you guys a makeup cam. Like, my man knows it all the way out. Just showing all the face right.